Greetings, everybody. This is Winnie Wriggle, and welcome back to Edentech. We're in episode 23, and while you were sleeping, I made some upgrades. We made upgrades to our farm building and our mob farm, and I want to show them to you very quickly. First thing we did to both buildings was upgrade them to Draconic power. So I added the Draconic wireless crystals, and now all of the machines are actually running on Draconic. But in terms of our resources, the most important upgrade I made is that I've added awakened draconium seeds. Now to do this, we had to also add an awakened draconium crux in order for them to work in the immersive engineering cloches. And those cruxes, they're late game. I did have to go whack at the end dragon a couple more times. But that's okay because now it's just growing and I don't have to keep popping into the end and whacking on the ender dragon every time I need awakened draconium. And so we're in pretty good shape in terms of awakened draconium. And that's important because we have things to do with that material. But before we talk about that, let's run over to our mob farm and I'll show you what I changed there as well. So here we are at our mob farm. And I did two things. One, all of the power in here is now also the Draconic power. So we added our wireless energy crystals both here and on the other side. But I also, even more importantly, I had to upgrade our wither killing system. We weren't killing withers fast enough with the RF Tools shields. So instead, we still have the shields, but they're only there to hold the withers in place now. You might notice there's a new block back here that is a skull with some flashing swords. That is the Draconic mob grinder. Now that we are into Draconic Evolution pretty heavily, this just requires power. And you can turn it off with a redstone signal. And it instantly kills the withers for us. So we can just demonstrate that very quickly. I think I already have soul sin. Let's just do maybe 5 withers. And I gotta turn that on. Haha. So the shields, the RF Tool shields are still there to keep the withers inside. But as soon as the wither goes through its explosion phase, that Draconic mob killer just one-hits it. Boom. 5 withers instantly. I made these upgrades because we need a ton of nether stars to get into the next phase of Draconic. That is our ultimate end goal for this pack, which is defeating the Chaos Dragon. And we are so not ready. So to help us get ready, I made a full set of the Draconic tools and put together the resources that we're going to need in order to upgrade the tools and our beautiful Draconic armor, which we have not upgraded at all. So if I put this in this magic storage crate, this is, I believe, the minimum set of resources that you need to fully upgrade your Draconic gear with all of the available upgrades. My math may be incorrect. We're going to test it, however. In fact, I found the depths of this crafting task so frustrating that I ended up printing out and photoshopping a version of all the recipes so I can keep track of everything. And in our magic storage crate here, I think I've done an okay job organizing this. So the way to explain this, each tool or piece of armor, and today I'm gonna demonstrate on the armor, but the same thing applies to tools. They just have different kinds of upgrades. So both armor and tools can have power upgrades. Remember that they hold a charge, and currently they hold a 16 million RF charge, but we want them to have their maximum, which is I think 256 million at the Draconic tier. In order to make that upgrade, we have to go through 3 different tiers of upgrades. There's a basic upgrade, which I'm calling tier 1, a wyvern upgrade, which I'm calling tier 2, and a Draconic upgrade. Of course, all of this has to be done in the fusion crafting from Draconic, and each of those levels of crafting require a different set of materials. So the basic upgrades require golden apples, diamonds, eyes of ender, and draconic cores, in addition to the upgrade key for the thing you're adding to that either armor or tool set. So for example, we're going to take our helm. We're going to upgrade its energy at tier 1. So I'm actually going to take all of the materials for a tier 1 upgrade, put them in my inventory, and we're going to put them in the fusion. You also need an upgrade key in order to upgrade their power. And if you hold shift, you can see that for basic, there are the recipes: golden apple, diamond, eye of ender, draconic core, and the upgrade key. The upgrade key is reusable. You do not have to make multiples of those. You have to make multiples of everything else, just not the upgrade key. So let me put this into practice and show you. So we're going to upgrade our draconic helm, and we're upgrading its power capability. So we put a golden apple and a golden apple. It does not matter where these go. Eyes of ender, draconic core, and let's go ahead and get all 3 energy cores, because I think we do this 3 times. This is where I'm not sure about the resources. Okay, so on our draconic fusion crafting injectors, we put our golden apples, the upgrade key, the draconic cores, the thing we're upgrading, which in this case is the energy. So we will also upgrade other things. We will also upgrade the shield capacity and the shield recovery for each piece of armor. But we're going to start with this one. If I've done this right, nope. Okay. What did I do wrong? Hold, please. Okay, I had it right, except that we do not need the wyvern energy cores in there. We just need the upgrade key and then the ingredients for the recipe. So this is going to upgrade the RF capacity for our draconic helm from 16 million to 64 million. Woo! Instead of letting it pull so much energy from my flux capacitor, I'm going to stick it here in the energy infuser from draconic. It's much faster. So now our helmet will hold 64 million. And remember, with the draconic armor, the power is the thing that protects you from damage, right? So I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I can leave all the ingredients in our crafting areas. I'm going to do exactly the same thing for our other 3 pieces of armor. Okay, and that's the last piece, which is our boots. So our other 3 now all hold 64 million. So we have the basic upgrade for power on each of our armor pieces. Now we're going to do exactly the same thing for our tools. I made the sword of the wyvern, the pick of the wyvern, the axe of the wyvern, the shovel of the wyvern, and of course we also have the draconic bow. So the first thing we want to do is actually upgrade our tools to be draconic. So in order to do that, we'll need the sword of the wyvern. To become a draconic sword, we're going to need an awakened core, a draconic energy core, and 2 pieces of awakened draconium. So let me gather those up and we'll upgrade our tools. I had to remove the other recipe contents in order to make the upgrade. Note to self. So this is upgrading our sword of the wyvern to a draconic sword. And then we'll do the same thing for our pick, our axe, and our shovel. Yay. We will also talk about ways to automate this in just a moment. And last but not least is our shovel, which we will put in our energy infuser. These are very quick to charge up because they're just still at the lowest tier. Now, as you may notice, they also have power, which means we also will upgrade them for power, just like we did our armor. So let me get that set up, and then we'll also talk about how to automate this process. We'll put our crafting ingredients back in. We need cores, we need the upgrade key, and we need eyes of ender. And everything else can go back in our chest to hold on to it. To automate, it's a very easy to do this is just kind of very simple automation. All we're going to do is put this is for the same operation. It's easy to do this. We're going to use the item conduits from Ender.io, 2 chests, and a redstone signal. And I put that chest in the wrong place. Try that again. So we're going to have an input and an output. So this chest would be extract, and this would be insert, and then this one would be insert, and this one would be extract. And then in order to make it go, we'll put a redstone signal on it. And right now I'm going to turn it off. So the crafting, the redstone will make that start button go, so I don't have to hit the start button. So if I know that I have items that are going to go through the same crafting recipe, like our tools, I should be able to just put these in here. They'll put it inside with the correct recipe ingredients, and if I turn it on, that crafting process will start. So it'll cycle through all 5 of our tools, applying that basic energy upgrade to each tool. So when it's done with the sword, our Ender.io conduits should pull it out, up, and the ones on top stick the Draconic pickaxe in, and our redstone signal tells it to start. So what we should end up with is a chest full of tools that have been upgraded based on the ingredients that we have included. So we're going to do this for each of the tiers of upgrades. So we've added the basic upgrade for all of our tools and armor at the end of this cycle. So we have seen how to apply the basic power upgrade to both our armor and our tools following the recipe. There are other upgrades that we're going to make to those tools, and they are unique to the type of item that they are. For example, our armor can have shield capacity and shield recovery upgrades, also in the tier 1 variety. So let's go ahead and do that. All we're going to do, it uses the same crafting ingredients, the golden apples, the diamonds, the eyes of Ender. The only thing we're going to change is that we're not upgrading the RF capacity, we're upgrading the shield capacity to start with. So one of the things you need to know about this crafting process is you do have to start with the basic upgrade, then the wyvern, then the draconic. You cannot apply the next tier upgrade without first applying the one underneath it. There's our leggings. And notice I don't have to charge these because all we did was upgrade the shield capacity. And here comes the last piece, which is our boots. Ta-da! And how are we doing on materials? 14 left. That's good. Okay, so we're also going to auto upgrade some of our tools. Oh wait, let's go ahead and do our armor with the shield recovery. Okay, and it does not consume those, which is great. So now we're doing shield recovery, and we're going to do all 4 pieces of the armor. And that is going to autocraft for us. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to add the rest of the upgrades to our armor and our tools. And if anything unique or interesting comes up as I'm going through this, I will bring you back. And we're back, and I have an inventory of upgraded tools. This also brings up a great point. Here's how you check to see if you have fully upgraded either your armor or your tool for a particular tier. If you hold down Control, you can see on the Draconic Helm, the 3 possible upgrades are RF capacity, shield capacity, and shield recovery. And we have the basic. The word basic means we have that upgrade. So our helmet is great. Our chest plate is great. Then I got to my leggings and realized I had not made the upgrade for movement speed. And I got to my boots and I had not made the upgrade for jump boost. So there's a visual way to tell whether or not you've completed the upgrades for a particular tier. All of our tools, on the other hand, have all of their upgrades. So I'm going to craft the movement speed and the jump boost upgrades. And there is the movement speed. Oh, and the good news is these do use armor that's been damaged. So my mob farm armor works great. And then I think the jump boost also needs, oh, okay, we need gold boots. And what was the other thing? A block of slime, which is easy to do. There we go. Which makes sense. That's a funny thing to have as the upgrade. Okay, and those are basic upgrades, which means I also need the other elementary crafting ingredients, which are golden apples. So we'll need 4 of those because we need 2 for each crafting. We'll need 2 for each crafting process. Same with diamonds. Same with eyes of ender. And I think we need draconic cores to go with that, along with the upgrade key. Okay, so if we do this, apple, apple, diamond, diamond, ender, ender, core. Oh, those can go on the same one. And then let's start with the movement speed for leggings. So the only difference in the recipe ingredients is just the upgrade key for that particular characteristic. There are leggings upgraded. Now let's change out the key from the movement speed to jump boost and put our draconic boots in there. And now our leggings, while we wait for that process, we can see that the leggings have all of their basic upgrades. And there are our fully upgraded boots with their RF capacity, jump boost, shield capacity, and shield recovery. So that is how to upgrade your draconic armor through the first tier. The other 2 tiers are identical in terms of the process. You just need a different set of crafting ingredients. So as we get to the wyvern, we need nether stars instead of golden apples, and we need more draconic cores, emeralds, and wyvern cores. So I'm going to get to work upgrading our draconic tools and armor all the way to draconic tier, which is tier 3, and then we'll be back. Welcome back. Now that we have a fully upgraded set of draconic armor and tools, I think it's time for us to take these to the end and test them out on the Ender Dragon. To do that, first we'll gear up. I've made 12 end crystals. I think 3 dragon deaths should be plenty enough to test. I also went ahead and made the draconic flux capacitor and upgraded it all the way to draconic. So it went through the basic, the wyvern, and the draconic upgrades, just like the rest of our tools and armor. So it now holds 640 million RF, and it is set to recharge our armor and held items. So our armor has all been upgraded to draconic. Our tools have been upgraded to draconic. And I've also enchanted our bow with an infinity enchantment using the book and enchantment pedestal from the Ender IO mod. So now let's bloop. I love the draconic dislocator. That was instant travel to our end portal. Let's hop in here and give the Ender Dragon a little piece of our mind. So our goal, I'm hoping that we can kill the Ender Dragon without worrying about taking down the end recharge crystals. Oh, there's still XP here. Okay, here she comes. So I did an episode, a few episodes back, where I killed the Ender Dragon multiple times in order to get those dragon hearts so we could make Awakened Draconium. So this will be a nice contrast to that episode. If I could hit her. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 shots with the new fully upgraded Draconic bow to kill the Ender Dragon, and you do not have to worry about the end crystals recharging their health. That's pretty insane. Let's test out the sword. So our sword does 61 damage. And I can also... Let's take our speed up a little so we can catch up with the dragon. There she is. Hello. If I can catch her. I don't know if I can catch her. I want to turn my speed up more. Yep. Let's adjust our speed. Speed up like 250 maybe ish. Meow. Come here. No, okay. That's fine. I gotta get down there. Oh, yeah, she didn't like that. There we go. A little more effort. I need to make the speed a little higher. But you can totally punch the Ender Dragon with your Draconic, fully upgraded Draconic sword, mind you. That's RF attack damage and attack AoE all upgraded to Draconic. Look at all the goodies. Oh, I see. This is my walking speed. Oh, let's change. Let's do it one more time. And Winnie will actually adjust her flight speed. That's the one I'm looking for. Okay, I don't think we have to go too crazy fast. Let's try 150-ish. We will have to be up at like 500 speed to deal with the Chaos Dragon. So let me take our walking speed modifier back down to, I think I was at like 25%. Just so I could zip around the... Oh yeah, there we go. There's some flight speed. Meow. Meow. Okay. Ender Dragon, one more time. Here we go. With the correct speed modifier adjusted. Oh, yeah, we might be a little fast. This is what it's going to be like. Fighting the Chaos Dragon, only much worse. Because it'll one-shot us badly. Come here. If I could hit the broadside of a barn with a sword, that'd be better. And you can hear my armor protecting me from all the damage she might be doing to me. We'll take a look at how much power that cost us. There we go. Okay, about 20 hits with the sword. And you can see my shield recovering. Yeah. I won't say no to the extra hearts. And so, where's the dragon heart? Come here. Gimme, gimme. Thank you. So let's take a look at how much our capacitor went down. Less than 10 million. Okay, that's good to know. And it didn't touch our thermal one. It took the Draconic flux capacitor first. Okay, so the one from Thermal Foundation can be our backup one. Okay, I think that means our test was successful. And unfortunately, that is everything we have time for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It helps me out, and I really do appreciate it. If you'd like to keep up with what's going on the channel, don't hesitate to subscribe. And in the meantime, remember, you are the shiny stuff that awesome is made of. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.